What do this robot and this bridge have in common? Let's find out in today's How to Build on Technic Building. Hello YouTube, that LEGO Builder here, and I'm here with another How to Build on using Technic in your LEGO models. So we're going to start off with a completely technical model, this NXT 1.0 robot. It's a pretty old robot, but it shows all the basic Technic building techniques. The main thing Technic is it's all about cross bracing, and cross bracing is using more than one connection to hold a piece in place so it's really stable. And Technic is all about stability, and that's what we use it mainly for in LEGO models. So right here at the back here we have this wheel that is quite fragile, but it's held in place very well thanks to this cross bracing technique. It uses an axle that goes up through here that you can see spinning, and it's held in place by this piece and this piece, and they're facing at different directions. And similar kind of thing here, it's a special brace that is at a right angle, and I can't move it with my finger. So it's very strong. Same with these motors back here. There's this piece and this piece over here at the bottom, and that just holds them in place at the two connection points that are at different angles, rather at a right angle from each other. And again, we see it here on the main processor of the robot. Again, here it's held in by these pieces up here, and by this piece right here that hold these two motors together. So I can't really move this robot. It's a very stable frame, and yeah, that's the basic principle of Technic, is to hold everything together. So now, how do we apply the skills in that very technical robot to this simple bridge? Well, I've already applied them, as you can see. You can see the Technic right here. But these plates are also held in by Technic pieces. And this bridge is very stable. I can't really bend it too much. Of course, it's still LEGO, so it bends a little bit, but it makes a cracking noise, but for the most part, I can't really break it too easily. If I press right in the middle here, it doesn't break through. Part of that is because there's plates on the bottom here, but those would still do very little without the Technic. Technic holds it off the ground a little bit, and it stabilizes it with these pins. So I'm going to show you a little bit more how the braces work, and yeah, we'll get on right into how to build part of this session. So, as you can see, I've taken off all of the Technic brackets from the main supporting part of the bridge, and into it. So we'll start with these, and these actually fit onto these brackets, but they're just tiles and plates, and they are the cross braces of the ship, or of the bridge. And yeah, I just align them like this, so they're supporting the same strength, and it's a fairly strong connection. So these are the supporting frames, and you can just see how they're built. It's a 1x6 plate, 1x8 plate, and the same on this side, with a 2x4 plate in the middle, and a 4x4 at the back, and they're the exact same construction. So put those off to the side. And now we get on to these, which are the really technical pieces. So when I built this bridge for this tutorial, I started off with these brackets. So Technic has these pins and these holes, and it's based around that system. And so you're going to need a lot of these pins if you want to build with Technic. And to line them up with the studs, you need these beams with the studs on them. They also come in studless varieties that you saw on the robot. But these are used for integrating plates and tiles into your models. And they just snap together, and the beauty is that they don't need much support because they're already pretty strong on their own. They can bend a little bit, but otherwise they're very, very strong when you combine them with plates. And the plates help with the cross bracing. Well, the main part of the bridge helps with the cross bracing, so it holds the top together and they just can't break apart like this. That's what it does. They help each other, and it's the togetherness that supports them. So these things are the mounts for these H brackets, and they are a 1x2 Technic brick with a hole in the middle, and this piece. I had one around somewhere. Let's see. Okay. So this one is gray, but the ones in here are blue, obviously. But it just looks like this. It's basically half of a Technic pin with a stud on the end, and often these pieces are used in adding extra thing to Star Wars weapons or extra parts on guns, but they do serve a more useful purpose that helps with structure rather than aesthetics. But yeah, but these holes are actually, you can mount studs on them, and that is how I got these on. And you can see that these are actually facing the bottom because these brackets go underneath these. So if we put these pieces back on to the bridge, you can see that they already, even on one side, it helps with the stability of the bridge. I can bend this side very easily, and it's very wobbly and unstable. But the one side, even, I can't bend it. So if you put both of them on, it just makes the bridge really stable on the edges. And then, once we mount these on, it'll be stable so that I can't bend it much like this. Because these actually create a little bit of pressure. So you can see it's already a little bit more stable. Just mounts the other one, the opposite side, like this. Let's push it all down, and we have our very steel bridge and very much less creaking now. So I hope this helped. It's very useful to use this technique, but this bridge would actually fit very nicely in a clone base. Or if you change the color scheme a little bit, it might be even in a castle. It can help if you're doing a larger mock, just making your own plates and battlefields and things. It helps support the parts where you can't get support brackets and support columns underneath of the plates. So it's just very useful that way. And again, I hope this helped. This how to build was requested by a YouTube user. Now I will put their username in the description below if I can find it. But yeah, be sure to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and be sure to leave a like and a comment on what you would like to see in how to build next. So thank you for watching, and happy building.